Time in YouTube, and welcome back to Theme Deck Corner. Today we are going to be looking over the Theme Deck Resilient Life brought to us at the start of the X and Y block. This deck is featuring Xerneas. So we had Yveltal in the last episode. Today we're going to be looking over its counterpart, Xerneas, the bringer of life. Which is a little odd considering there's poison type Pokemon in this deck. But besides that, Xerneas here is the 130 base HP Pokemon that has Geomancy for 1 Fairy Energy, which lets you choose 2 of your bench Pokemon, and for each one of those Pokemon you can search your deck for a Fairy Energy and attach it to that Pokemon. It also has a pretty powerful attack in this format called Rainbow Spear. It's for 2 Fairy Energies and 1 colorless. It'll do 100 damage. The downside though is you do have to discard an energy. So it's a pretty well-rounded Pokemon all in all. We have in the deck, we also have Aromatisse for that Fairy Transfer. As often as you like during your turn, you may move a Fairy Energy from one Pokemon to another. So with the Geomancy ability, I can now transfer those energies up from 2 random Pokemon onto something that could actually benefit it. On top of that, we have Slurpuff with Sweet Veil. Each of your Pokemon that has any Fairy Energy attached to it can't be affected by any special conditions. So we don't really have to worry too much about poison, confusion, burns, anything like that, as long as Slurpuff is on the bench. I say that because we ran into an issue last episode with a lot of Pokemon that are just not essential to the deck. And if you look again, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23 basic Pokemon. That's not including their evolutions, which is another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're looking at 30 cards. Half the deck is Pokemon. I stress this heavily that when you're deck building, please don't do this. These little guys down here, the trainers, we need more of them. Desperately need more of them. Before I actually continue, though, I do want to go over a couple of these poison Pokemon. We have Scolipede here, who's actually probably what you'd call your tank of the deck. He has a massive 4-cost attack. Now, sure, it's colorless, which means I can easily Geomancy on Fairy Energies onto him while he's on the bench. But it's only doing 70. The advantage here, though, is our Pokemon... The opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, and they can't retreat. So we're guaranteed to get a couple rounds of poison on it. So it makes up for that lack of damage with the poison. But if they're playing a Fairy deck where they're not even affected by special conditions, then it's kind of mute. Our trainer cards are going to be Evisoda. This gives us a bit of a hand if we're looking for Aromatisse, Slurpuff, the Whirlipede, or the Scolipede to kind of get our tanks and stuff going. I probably wouldn't ever use it for Dodrio. To be quite honest, I find Dodrio kind of worthless in this deck. It's kind of just fodder. We have Great Balls to kind of search and get a Pokemon. It's not the best search card, but I'd rather have it than Pokeball. We have a Max Revive, which can come in handy if a Xerneas goes to the bench. Hey, look, Max Revive, we can get it back! Unfortunately, there's only one of them. Professor's Letter helps us get those 2 basic energies so we can get Geomancy going, or anything going for that matter, if we need the Psychic Energy from the deck, or, you know, we need to get that energy out. We have 1 Roller Skates, which is cool. We have Super Potion, which is alright. It heals 60 Pokemon. No, it heals 60 damage off one of our Pokemon. However, we do have to discard energy. But with Fairy Transfer, I can transfer that energy off, heal our Pokemon, and then transfer that energy back before we have to attack. We do have a couple supporters in this deck. We do have 1 Sycamore and 2 Tyranno. So we're not completely out of the water. But we do have this nice stadium. It's Fairy Garden, and definitely at this point, everybody knows what Fairy Garden is. But for those who don't, and just getting into Pokemon TCG, uh, each Pokemon that has any Fairy energy attached to it has no retreat cost. So this means I can bring in out anything I want, albeit as long as I have energy on the Pokemon. But with Aromatisse, as long as I can shuffle those energies around, I can get a Pokemon I want in. I can get it out of there if I need to. There's a lot of options. Unfortunately, there is only one Fairy Garden in the deck, so I highly doubt we'll see it a lot. And to round out the deck, we do have 11 Fairy Energy and 7 Psychic Energy. So, all around, it's definitely looking a little better than the Chespin, Froakie, and Fennekin decks, but it's still not up to the standards of today's that we've already featured, like the Breakthrough decks. But I do want to see how well it can compete now with the decks that are available. So without any further ado, let's just get into a game. And if I went into the right folder, I'd be giving you a game. And our first game of the day is going to be against Storm Unbound, and he's playing a fire deck. I don't think we've seen this one yet. I get to call the coin, and I'm flipping the Mighty Tails. We lose. It happens. He gets to decide if we're going to go first or second. Most likely second. But we're going to see if he's going to have any fun. He's going to go first, like assumed, which is fine. Completely fine. We're going to see we have Xerneas is out. Ooh! Turn 2. This is going to be an awesome hand, and our opponent doesn't even have a basic, so we get another card. This is going to potentially be one of our best games for this format yet. The way this is looking, like, we have Spritzies, Swirlixes, Xerneas. Ooh. This could be a good game. This could be a good game. I don't know what my opponent has, though. He has 3 basics. This is 4 basics this time. We're just going to play 1 Spritzy and 1 Swirlix. And we're going to say done. Now, we go second, which means I get to attack first. Yes, I want another card. Energy. Good. I need that. I don't want any of them on my bench. We're going to see a Fennekin, a Slugma, a Sentret, and an Entei. So he's going to go for that energy drop onto the Fennekin. We're simply going to go Geomancy and be like, hey buddy, you played 1 energy? What about our 3? 1 energy for Spritzy. And 1 energy for Swirlix. There we go. The magic of a magical being. Xerneas, I love you, man. I love you. I should have Great Balled, but I don't have to. Maybe we can draw something awesome. And I didn't have to waste it. Maybe I could get something else. We're going to get Will-O-Wisp, 20 damage. It's going to take a little bit more than that, though, to knock me out. So, I'm thinking, attach energy to Xerneas. We're going to Great Ball. And what's in our line of sight? Honestly, not a whole lot. The thing I would probably start up is getting Venipede ready. I was hoping for one of their evolutions, but you can't help it. Let's get this energy going. 2 more out of the deck. We're going to start powering up Venipede, and we'll power up Spritzy. So 1 energy to you, and 1 energy to you. What's awesome about this, too, is it's forcing me not to draw these energies. So it's giving me more cards that I could actually use. Unfortunately, our opponent is keeping up with the energy drops, and that Entei is scary. Because now am I in range? 20 plus for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So I don't want bench Pokemon right now. We're going to give Venipede the energy. That was a misplay. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. I'm going to Geomancy. Venipede again. And this time the Swirlix. One for you. And one for you. I made a mistake, and I should have energized that Xerneas so I could knock out this Fennekin and start getting damage off. Because without Aromatisse, I do have a ton of unnecessary energy now. So that was a misplay. I apologize for that. But we can come through here. We can come through. He's going to do 20, 40, 60 to me. He's got Braixen coming out into the bench. I see 60 coming my way. I'm going to have to give up that psychic. Ooh, there's 80. Even a super potion is not going to help me here. But I do have a professor's letter. Do I need 2 fairy energy? Yes, I do. So I need to pull a fairy energy. And a psychic. What's great here is I will put Entei in range. And we're going to go for that Rainbow Spear. He will knock out Xerneas next turn. However, we have in sight this little Venipede who's going to Poison Sting and take out this little guy. Oh my, that thing is powerful in a theme deck. Mystical Fire lets him draw back up to 6 cards. You think hand sight, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. You think my Xerneas powering up my bench with energies is fast? No, that Delphox getting him all the cards he needs, that's fast. There goes our Xerneas. But Venipede is going to just come right in. Going to leave my 2 other Mons onto the bench, hopefully getting their evolution sooner than later. I want to guarantee the kill. So I will go for the Poison Sting. I can energize this guy anytime with that 4th energy. And hopefully getting Skullbead. No, we got another Venipede. Still, not bad. Not bad. He's bringing out the... I would not have brought that out. I would definitely not have brought that out. That's his main engine of card draw, and he just got rid of it. Mind you, with the Hard Charm and another Fire Energy, this thing's going to be scary. We have a Rapidash and a Furret. Awesome. We're seeing some really cool stuff. Oh, no. So he's going to actually power this thing up. And this is going to do a lot of damage. I think we've actually lost this. He Mystical Fired. He played a Slugma. But I'm seeing, what was it? 50 by, and it's 20 more for each fire energy. So 20, 40, 60, 80 more on top. So we're seeing 130 damage. That's a lot of damage in this format. We're seeing a Super Potion. So now any damage I can get off isn't gonna be much. There goes my little Venipede. This definitely went the wrong direction. I was not expecting us to lose so quickly. Especially now that I've got, what? In the discard I have 6 energies. Because each of them had 3. I'm kind of happy I saved this energy now. Venipede is going to come up. I'm going to energize it. I'm going to... I gotta get Xerneas back. Not that I can power it up, but I do need Xerneas back. We're going to damage this guy a little bit. Oh, I'm not going to damage it at all. I forgot there was a Hard Charm. I forgot there was a Hard Charm. I think that early misplay of mine might have suffered this, but I don't think so. I didn't even see him play the Macargo. Hard Charm and a Fire Energy. This guy's got all sorts of great items. These are the theme decks I want to be playing. Don't worry. Eventually, we'll cover it. Eventually. Maybe. But we'll go through a lot of theme decks, so just bear with me. If I don't draw an energy, Mr. Venipede here is going to pass away. I drew Xerneas. I'm going to call it here, guys. with 130 damage, he can one-shot Xerneas, and there's no way for me to come back from this. So I'm going to give this gentleman the game. I'm going to go for the concede. Yes. And I hope you at least enjoyed the first game. We're going to have one more, and we're going to see if I can pull a win with this deck. I'm not saying I can't. As you saw, there is a lot of synergy with the deck. It's just a matter of getting the right cards. And that's the problem with theme decks. But instead of me rambling, let's get into another game. Game number 2 is going to be against Charlie XXX, and he's playing Storm Rider from Roaring Skies. We get to call the coin. We're going to call tails. We win this coin flip. So I'm going to choose first, because the likelihood of me getting a Xerneas is not very high. It's a 1 in 30 chance. No, this time I just get Mr. Mime. I'm not playing 2 Mr. Mime. Not when I can potentially get another... I'll play it. I'll play it. As much as I don't want to, I will play it. We might actually have to power up this Mr. Mime. I'll save Fairy Garden for now. I want to see if he plays a stadium. I think they have a few in this deck. I haven't really looked over it too much. But we're going to see a bite come our way. And unfortunately, Mr. Mime doesn't heal himself, which is a negative. Very big no-no. Energy drop. Can't attack. Still no need to Fairy Guard. End the turn. I should have attached that Fairy Energy to the other Mr. Mime so I could switch back and forth, but I digress. It's not important. Now, I can win this game. He only has 60 HP. We're going to attach that third energy to Mr. Mime. And if I flip 1 heads with Slapdown, this game is ours, folks. Yes! That is the game, folks! 1 game, Mr. Mime taking it all. I'm going to come back to you with a second game, because that one was worth recording, in my opinion. We'll be right back. For our final game of the day, we are playing the electric deck against Grogigido. I'm sorry, that's a really random name, and I have no way of pronouncing that. I'm going to flip tails, and we win another coin flip. This is really good. I am going to play first, just like last time. And let's see what we can get here. I have a Xerneas active. And I might have to play a Doduo, because I want to play 2 bench Pokemon. And the reason for this is because Geomancy has to have... If I want to get 2 energies out of the deck, I have to have 2 bench Pokemon to attach them to. We're going to pass. And what's nice is we do have Dodrio here. So, I'm going to definitely put Venipede up because he's a little bit better of a basic. But I'm not afraid to attach energy to Doduo right now. With Dodrio in hand, I admit when I said to the deck builder that Dodrio wasn't going to come through, I still say to this day that they're not necessary. I can't attack. It's first turn. I'm going to be a little bit of a disadvantage here. I shouldn't have gone first. But he has a Drudicon up in the front. He can't retreat. Can't do much. And if I can get 3 energies onto Xerneas, I can one-shot it and take very minimal damage from the Ruskin. Which does, I do believe it does 2 counters. So he has 1 energy drop. He has a Great Ball. We have an Electrike. It's very similar to the... No, I haven't played this one yet for you guys. I've played this one a few times with this deck, so I'm getting familiar with it a little. We're going to energy drop onto the Xerneas. And we're going to evolve Dodo into Dodrio. And this time, I'm going to Geomancy onto the Venipede and the Dodrio. 1 for you. And 1 for you. And that's our turn. If Xerneas, for whatever reason, goes down, I do have that max revive to bring him back. I want this guy as my attacker. We're going to see a second energy drop onto the Drudagon. Now I'm hoping... Energy! Energy! Wrong color energy! I should have been asking for a fairy. Thank you so much for the energy, but it's the wrong color. I will energize the Venipede. And I'm simply going to have to go for a Geomancy. We're going to go for the Doduo again. And we'll hit the Venipede. Phantom, unfortunately, he's a good... Trevenants are good cards, but unfortunately we don't have any Trevenants in this deck. So it's not worth having it. So our Venipede is a little over-energized, but at the same point, if I can get Scolipede out, he'll be super energized. He's got a Tyranno in hand, so he gets 3 more cards. I haven't seen any of our supporters in this deck yet. None of them! So we're going to get clutched. So 60 damage. And I can't retreat. Hey, look about that! I just say we haven't seen a supporter, and there he is! He's going to say, hi, give me some cards. Wrong cards. Like, all sorts of the wrong cards. I'm glad I drew him now, but I really need that energy drop onto the Xerneas. I don't even want to... Do I want to get that Endeavor ready? It still won't knock out. I should. And then this time, at least Venipede will be ready to go. There's still plenty of fairy energy in the deck. This could be a misplay, but as long as he doesn't get like any really big, scary card coming out that can help Drudagon do more damage, as long as I get another energy drop for Xerneas, I'll be alright. We will have a double knockout, but unlike him, I'm set up with 2 other Pokemon that can come in, say, hey buddy, I'm going to at least come in and make you have a hard time. But he keeps getting supporters, which I don't like. That's not fair. Tyranno, you're supposed to be on my side. He's going to start charging up this Manectric, and I'm going to see a clutch come my way in a second. Means I cannot retreat. There's a 3rd Drudagon. This is a lot of rough skin to go through. We got the fairy energy, so I will sacrifice Xerneas to get a prize card. We'll both knock out. I'll sack the psychic energy. It doesn't really matter. And Xerneas is going to get knocked out. Now we get to claim our first prize, another Venipede, so a useless prize. And the question is, I know how he's going to play. Will he bring out Manectric? Switch this... Yes, because he can do a lot of damage to Dodrio. So Venipede, you are the active. He's going to bring out Drudagon. That's what I was hoping. I can still retreat with into Dodrio if I need to do massive damage. But I don't really want to. Now that it's out there, I'm going to take 20 damage. But I'm going to poison this guy. He gets heads. You see, I don't like you now. Don't like roller skates at mid-game giving you more cards. Especially when I don't have any more. The nasty plotting Persian, we've seen a few, I think we've seen a few times on the channel. I don't remember anymore, guys. It's a lot of cards. We're going to see a max revive. He's going to bring back that Drudagon. Another Drudagon for the bench. But he's going to draw it next turn. It's fine. We're going to draw a Spoink. Spoink, you can Spoink away anytime. I don't need you. You're a useless card. You're a useless teammate. Leave. I'm going to max revive. I don't need energy, but I do need a Xerneas. Xerneas, you're powerful. I like you a lot. So I'm going to go for the Poison Sting. Yes, I know, I'm taking just as much damage myself. It's not worth it. But the poison is worth it. And you can't retreat yet. Unless you have a switch, then I'm scared. then I'm scared because that Manectric's going to come in and just give me a hard time. Especially now that it's fully powered up. But it's got 100 HP. So it's going to take 10. That's going to be his turn. We're going to pull our Xerneas back. I'm going to bench it. And do I go for another attack? I've got a lot of energy on this Venipede. It's not worth it. I'm just going to end the turn. Yes, I'd have him at 70, but he's not energized. He wants this guy to go down. He wants me to take as many hits as it takes to knock this guy out. See, I'm going to kill you, or knock you out, just by waiting. And that is beneficial. I'm grabbing two fairy energies this time. Like, I don't care. I need those energies on Xerneas because I need my attacker. And that was actually the perfect draw. I'm going to hold out another turn, end my turn. Let you knock yourself out, buddy. You can't energize yourself. I will let you have a bad time. Because at this moment, he will knock himself out and bring out Manectric. Which means I should have a fully prepared Xerneas in the wait. And I'm still not attacking. So now, unless you retreat, buddy, Drudagon's going to go down on your turn. And you're either forced to bring in another Drudagon, give me another prize card, or you're going to bring in Manectric. Oh, never mind! I'm bringing in Phantom. Phantom, you've never looked so awesome! I know your game, buddy. I know your game. You're going to bring in that Manectric to try and knock out something important. There you go. I just need an energy drop. Anything works this time, deck. Anything works. Xerneas needs to come in, knock out this Manectric threat, and we'll be good to go. Except that he went into another Drudagon. I don't like you. You're a mean player. We're going to end. Because there's nothing I can do. He got out my attacker, he stopped my poison counter, and he's attacking me with Manectrics. This isn't cool. I don't like this at all. We're going to see him start to energize Drudagon, and I'm not liking this. Energy. No. Too many Pokemon! I don't even need to play Venipedes anymore. With Whirlipede out there, it's like, I don't need to attack at all. Scolipede, you'd be awesome right now. I'm waiting for him to knock out Phantom. Or Dodrio. Either way is fine by me. I got a tier now. Let's use him. He's going to give us 3 cards. Okay. Spritzy. It's about time you've made it onto the bench, because next turn I can start switching up cards, getting my Pokemon out of here when I need them. It's all. I think we've got this. There's a Scolipede! Oh! Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be squealing, but I'm happy. This deck is actually, like, flowing nicely right now. I'm getting the cards I want. I got a fully powered up Scolipede on the bench. Oh, this is awesome. I don't even have to waste Xerneas right now. Phantom, you're doing awesome, buddy. You just gotta hold out one more turn. You just have to hold out. I got another Great Ball. Whoops. I went way too far up. Okay. Our objective. He cannot Oko my Xerneas, even after I take the damage from Drudagon. Alright, yeah, I'll Great Ball. I'll pull an... I'll pull the other Xerneas. I don't need to play it, but I will pull it. At least I know I have it in my hand. So, we're going to fairy transfer. We're going to stash 2 energies onto this guy. And then your third one is going to go on Xerneas. But we're going to knock you out. Cancel. We're done. So, retreat, buddy! Xerneas, you're in here. Show him the mettle of a powerhouse. Yes, fairy energy, you're gone. I understand that. I'm taking 20, but it's gone. That is 1 Drudagon out of here. We got a super potion. Oh, I'm not even afraid of this Manectric anymore. You can sack all your energies, buddy. You can sack all your energies. I'll move the energies, heal up my Pokemon, and we're ready to go again! Oh, I think we've got a good game. I'm sorry for this guy. Though he is putting up the best wall I have ever seen in a theme deck. 3 Drudagons. We're taking damage every turn we hit him. But I can knock this Manectric out, which will put us at a huge advantage because it's 3 more energy to the discard. It's his main attacker gone. And Scolipede can come in, poison these guys for days, and we should be in the highest of advantage points. He's going to Lightning Turn. That's fine. What you don't know is I do have a Super Potion in the back, and I can get energies. Even more energies. There's no more Psychics left. That's alright. I don't need to sack Psychic energies for Xerneas. Alright, before I attach those energies, though, I am going to Fairy Transfer. Now we're going to move these 2 energies to Swirlix. And this guy to Swirlix. To Swirlix. Thank you. Alright, and we're done. Now, we're going to Super Potion. 50 damage. Gone. And now we're going to simply Fairy Transfer the energies back. Ain't that awesome? Just right there. Boom. Everything that you had problems with, fixed. Energy drop onto the Xerneas. We're going to knock out another Drudagon. Yeah! That's what I want to see. We're going to get rid of that Psychic energy. Keep the fairies. They're important. Psychic, not so much. We're going to take another prize card. We get a fairy energy. Xerneas wants to keep attacking every chance it can get. Here's another Drudagon. He knows he can't kill it. Knock us out. He knows it. And even with 40 damage on Xerneas, even with Manectric's strongest attack, he can't knock us out. It's our turn. We get a Swirlix. I am going to attach this Psychic... Whoops. Get up there. Get up there. This Psychic energy onto our Xerneas. Rainbow Spear away. We're going to discard the Psychic energy. And there's another prize. We are in the best of positions. We got another Dodrio. I don't care. Right now, we are standing in front of a Manectric and a Persian. Now, if you have a damage-inducing item, I'm in trouble. However, Manectric, you don't do damage to Xerneas. You can, like... Ooh, you're going to max revive another Drudagon. Nice. Very nice. Ski Scolipede at the bottom, though. I haven't taken his energies for that particular reason. You're going to play an Electabuzz. You're going to make me earn my last 2 prizes. That is for darn sure. But I'm really happy with how this game's going. We've never had a game like this on the channel at all. That is just this back and forth. He is doing the best he can. I'm very proud of our opponent. He's playing an amazing game. He's going to Lightning Turn. He's going to do another 30. He has ways of knocking me out. Guaranteed, he has ways of knocking me out. But I don't think it's enough. Does he have to discard all electric energies? Yes. And he's only got electric energies attached. So we're going to simply power up Xerneas one more time. We're going to Rainbow Spear and knock out Pikachu. Now, I'll bite. He can knock out Xerneas this game. Xerneas, you're not going to get that last kill. However, he's got to give up all that energy. Now, he can Lightning turn into Druddigon. Not a problem. I can just Fairy Transfer for another kill. So, one way or another, your base HPs are only 100. Rainbow Spear knocks you out. There we go. That's the move I was expecting. No more energies on your Pokemon. You've still got 4 prizes now to collect. Whereas I have a Scolipede that's coming in here, and you can't retreat. And now I have Fairy Garden. Not necessary. We are simply... Do I have any more plays in hand that I actually need? No, I don't. We're going to go for Poison Ring. We're going to do 70 damage. You can't retreat. And you're going to take damage now, in between each turn. I believe, guys, that this is our game. Unless he has another escape rope. It is possible. It is real possible that he has another one. But I think... Oh, he has a Center Lady! It doesn't really matter, though. Oh, all these healing items, all back to back. You're keeping Manectric sharp. But without an energy drop, it's almost useless. Scolipede. Go for the Poison Ring. We're putting you right back at the same position you were at last turn. You just wasted 2 cards. And what are you going to do? You're just stalling now. You're just hoping for another escape rope. But with 21 cards left in your deck, the odds aren't exactly in your favor. You're going to shuffle 2 supporters back into your deck. Tierno and Center Lady. That's great. So now you have 2 more cards. You have higher potential. But if you can't do anything this turn, I have you. I have you. Thank you for the energy drop. But with another Poison Ring, it's not necessary. Guys, that is a win for us. That is a hard-earned win. Thank you for watching this one. If you've made it this far, definitely hit that like button. I think it's earned it. I think Xerneas has definitely earned it. It has the same struggles as Yveltal. Had too many Pokemon that weren't useful. Not enough trainers. Not enough ways to get yourself back into the game. However, as you just saw, this deck has power. Fairies are powerful. And we've seen it time and time again. Maybe not on the channel, but if you're a recurring player, you've definitely seen that fairies have potential. Pokemon TCG has definitely made it that fairies are one of the better, or one of the more powerhouse classes, or not classes, one of the more powerhouse types right now. Sure, it doesn't have any real powerful hitters. I'll give it that. But they're giving it a lot of support right now because it's new. Yeah, sure, it's about 8 blocks new. But it's still something that, unlike all the other types, doesn't have a lot going for it yet. So getting, Fairy Transfer, special conditions, you have the Tasting Slurpuff, you have Xerneas, you have Florges, you have the new Florges Break. There's so many things that are going for fairies right now that this theme deck just showcased to you that yes, fairies are strong, they will hold their own, and I'm not going to talk anymore. Thank you for watching, guys. Time out.